Hola, hello, and welcome to ATC Takes Colombia, episode 3. Okay, so for today, we're going to be talking about just some real deal things in Colombia. People have said, "Oh, I love your videos; they're so informative," but they want me to keep it real with some things that they wish that I would have known maybe before coming here, or just some things that they would not find in any other vlog, as far as just the reality of what it's really like to be here. So I was like, okay. I did not want to talk about anything negative because I didn't want to discourage anyone. But at the same time, I want to be realistic. So the first thing I'll talk about is the Spanish. I know that I mentioned this in the first video that I didn't really know any Spanish when I got here and that it's a little bit tough. But at the same time, it's okay because people are always willing to help you. I think the most frustrating part for me is that I want to be fluent tomorrow. I want to be able to just talk, and it doesn't happen that way. The beauty of it is that when you're learning it, it's such a good feeling when you can finally start to understand things slowly. It's definitely a process, and it just feels so good when people literally say something and you're like, "Oh, I understand that," I listen to Spanish music. I try my best to have conversations with people in Spanish as much as possible, just because that's the only way that I'll get better. So the real deal about it, though, at the same time, just being here, period, I think it's important that you self-care. You should self-care anywhere you are, but especially living in a different country. It's important to do the same things that you love to do when you were back home. For me, I literally was only listening to music in Spanish. And music, anyone that knows me knows that I love music. And so for me, I was missing some of my favorite songs, and it's just like Autumn. You cannot force yourself to only listen to a certain thing just because you want to learn the language. I needed to listen to my favorite songs every now and then to be okay, for my sanity, just because I love music that much, and it's one of the ways that I self-care. So that was with learning Spanish, it's I was trying to force it on myself all the time, but you have to be patient with yourself. It'll come in time. And for me, I have a host family and they only speak Spanish. So if I want to practice that much, I can literally go to my host mom's room and just start talking to her, and she's patient with me. She knows that I don't know, as much, so she speaks slowly. If I say anything incorrectly, she's not afraid to correct me. She's perfect. I love her. I've been thinking. So, unfortunately, I lost a classmate last weekend, Guy, and it was very humbling because it's he was such a sweet person, such a gentleman, and I felt good in knowing that because he was a gentleman, he left nothing but positive memories with people. And I just, I have a birthday coming up next Sunday, and I'm just blessed to be able to make it to 23. Literally 2 years ago, what I was focused on is when it was my birthday, I wanted Instagram shout outs. I wanted Facebook shout outs. I've never been that person, high school or college, where everybody wanted to be my friend and everybody wanted my approval, that kind of thing. I never really was that person. So years ago, my thing was oh, I want an Instagram shout out. It would literally be times where I would log in on Instagram and my whole timeline would be full of one person's face if it's their birthday. And I'm just dang, I can't get a shout out, And so it's crazy that I was pressed for that years ago, and now I literally just want to make it to 23. And so I'm grateful that I'm literally gonna make it to 23. I'm speaking into existence, gonna make it to 23 in a different country. When does that ever happen? The things and the people that I used to admire in high school, the people that had the name brand things and all of that, are the same people that's still in my hometown, St. Pete, with 3 and 4 kids. And nothing, hey, if you have kids, love them. I love them too. I'll kiss them, all of that. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that I was able to do all these things before even having children. Before settling down with somebody, I'm literally living in a different country. And that's an experience that not many others can get because they have other responsibilities. Something else that I wanted to mention with the self-care thing, it's just important to overall remember why you're here. For me, I have to constantly think, wow, I'm in Colombia. It's become routine. But at the same time, I have to remember, this is a blessing. I mean, I love what I do. I love teaching. I love making a difference in the classroom. And to do that in a different country while being able to learn a new language, like, it's just all so overwhelmingly, like, just a blessing. I know I keep saying the word blessing, but literally there's no other way to describe it. When you're able to do something that only God knew that you were going to do, literally, I did not see this in my path. You just have to, it's just a blessing. You just have to thank God daily. And I thank God that I am here, and I'm glad that I'm able to let the God in me manifest itself in anyone that I encounter, hopefully, and just make a difference while I'm here. So, honestly, it does get a little lonely here. So y'all leave some comments or something on my Snapchat, my Instagram. But no, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that I kept it real enough for you in this video, because it has not been easy. It has not been easy. Money has not been perfect. Thank God I'm paid now. But, when you're in a different country, it takes a while to get some things set up. And it was times where I was just like, I don't know what I'm about to do next. Like, it was really tough. And it taught me how to budget. And now, everything is okay. But it was scary. It was honestly scary. And I'm grateful that I do have people that care about me and was like, girl, what, you need something? Because they know I'm scared. Like, I don't ask people I don't like asking people for things. I don't like, it's the Virgo in me, y'all. Like, I don't like that. But thank God that I have people that care about me and that love me and was able to look out for me. So that's the real deal with Colombia. If you do have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment box. But again, this has been ATC Takes Colombia, episode 3, and remember who taught you. Okay, so my students had to do a project, and look, Professor Autumn.
When the prices go up, the blessings come down. When the prices go up, the blessings come down.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It seems like blessings keep falling in my lap.